Hello guys, welcome back once again to my channel. As I started doing last Monday, I want to do an interactive pick a card reading. This time I'm using another oracle, and I want you to take a moment to participate. Just try to relax, take deep breaths. Try to be possibly in an environment where you can feel comfortable, where you can feel like nothing is going to bother you. Concentrate, just breathe and connect with your intuition, connect with your heart, with your emotions, with your souls. Just close your eyes for a bit, and you have three options to choose from. You have 1, 2, and 3. So choose always from your higher self. Always choose from your heart. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the messages for the people that choose option number 1. The card number 1 talks about the third chakra. The third chakra is a chakra that is related to action. That's why it's a bit yellowish. It's a bit like golden, because it talks about this energetic part of yourself that you need to pay attention, that you need to unblock. Probably there's something about the chakra that is a bit like stuck. This is why this card comes out, that you need to release that energy. Maybe you are not taking the actions or doing the efforts necessary for you to improve yourself or improve your lifestyle, or probably work on your present. So this card actually advises you to block the energy of the third chakra. Instead of thinking so much or trying to overanalyze everything around you, and just keeping these ideas in mere ideas, try to put them into action. Try to get out of this zone of overthinking, and sometimes of feeling too much, or being too in touch with your intuition, maybe with your thoughts. Maybe you are very connected with yourself. You are very connected with your wisdom, with your knowledge, with everything that you know, with everything that you sense. But there's something that you are not putting that knowledge. You are not putting it into action. It's like you are not using it. You are not doing what it takes to unleash your potential. So this card advises you to move forward, to get out of stagnation, get out of that state, because you're probably missing a lot of opportunities that could come your way, because there's something that you are missing, or there's something that you are not taking action. And you have all this energy. You probably have a lot of passion. You have a lot of desire, but maybe you are going through a moment of confusion where you don't know exactly how to what to do with that energy. Sometimes we have the fire, we have the inner desire, but sometimes we do not know how to apply it properly. We don't know when is the right time to act, how to act, for maybe not coming on too strong, or maybe not being like too accelerated. So I think that if you are going through a period of your life where you feel like you cannot take action because there's something that is stopping you, maybe you're shy, or maybe there's a bit of doubt about your abilities or about your own self-esteem, You need to connect with that energy because we all have it. It is within you, so it needs you to acknowledge it. You need to make room for it, and you need to acknowledge that this is something that probably you haven't been paying attention. Maybe probably for everything that we are going through with the pandemic and stuff, there are a lot of projects and there are a lot of things that we wished we could accomplish, but somehow because of quarantine and because of a lot of things that we are going through when it comes to worldwide, some of us has less opportunities to actually maybe go out or travel or do, or even go into the gym, for example. But it just asks you to acknowledge that the energy is there. And if you feel a bit like fearful about taking action, just take one step at a time. Just one step that you take towards action is going to help you to get out of that blockage. There's no need for you to make a huge effort. You just need to make one small step at a time, and you will see how eventually the opportunities will start to show up for you. So this is all I have for the ones that chose option number 1. So let's go with option number 2. And option number 2 talks about the 7th chakra. That this chakra is a bit opposite to the one that the 3rd chakra, in the sense that here things become a bit more spiritual, in a sense that is actually asking you to acknowledge that you have a spiritual gift, that there's something about your spirituality that you are not paying attention or that you are ignoring. And that this is actually also blocking your opportunities for actually seeing or doing what's your purpose in life. Probably you need to connect a bit more with the spiritual side of yourself. Maybe you are too caught up in the material side of things, or maybe you are too caught up maybe in some like superficial aspects of things, so you are not seeing like the deepness of your reality and of your circumstances, and it advises you to do it because somehow you do have a gift, or you do have like some spiritual background or something like that that can guide you to open up your awareness a bit more, because there's a lot of deepness inside of you. You have a lot of gift for developing a very healthy spirituality. And I think that this also probably has to do with maybe if you had some kind of religion, or if maybe your family comes from a religious background, maybe you have like some disagreements, or there's something about the religion that actually you are trying to stay away from, because there's something about that form of doctrine that you don't agree. So probably in order for you to actually not get involved in that religious practices, you're probably like going too far away from the real, not the real, but from other kinds of expressions of spirituality. There's no need for you to be from a certain religion in order for you to be a spiritual person. You can connect with your spiritual self from other perspective. There's no need for you to follow any guru or any kind of like coach, or any kind of self-proclaimed guru or mentor or priest, or these people sometimes can be a bit overwhelming with their doctrines. So maybe you have a bit of like distrustfulness when it comes to these particular religions that actually it's like they want to reclude you, instead of actually helping you to expand your conscious. So I think that you definitely need to go deep inside yourself and recognize that you probably have a gift, that you probably have like inner intuition, that you could have potentially a gift for seeing the reality of things, or probably like having dreams that somehow come true. Being really intuitive and being really in tune with the messages coming from the universe. So probably you need to go deep into that aspect, so you can unleash a bit of that, because there's like something about spirituality that you are actually not paying attention to right now, or probably you're not doing much. Probably if you had in the past, if you had some kind of ritual, and if you used to do some kind of things, probably like right now maybe you have it like a bit like on the side, like you don't practice it anymore, or I don't know, you don't pray anymore. There's something about faith that it's a bit like on the corner, and that it needs of your attention, because definitely you have the potential to be that this spirituality can help you in your life and in all your aspects of your life. Also, it can mean that you can be a bit sensitive. So probably if you are perceptive or if you are intuitive, like it could be affecting your life, because somehow you are not protected, or you are not praying enough, or it's like you need to connect with your own wisdom, with your inner voice. There's no need for you to follow a certain religion or a certain practice. You just need to connect with yourself. Your soul is very wise. It knows what it has to do. You just need to keep in silence and try to find a balance between the material side of your life and also the spiritual side, because I think that is going to help you to become a more authentic side of you. So let's go with option number 3. Option number 3 got the card of victory. So the card of victory, it's something that, more than talking actually about being victorious, it talks more about that you probably need to pay attention and also acknowledge and be a bit more thankful for everything that you went through. That probably right now you don't feel victorious, or you don't feel like you defeated anything, or that you had overcome anything. But actually you had been like a warrior in life, like a survivor, like a kind of person that nothing was given to them for free. Like maybe probably you had to always work really hard to get what you want, or to get where you wanted to be. So probably you are a bit drained, a bit tired, a bit exhausted for all the efforts that you have to put in order to progress in life. So probably you need to actually acknowledge that all the experiences that you went through, the painful ones, the hard ones, the traumatic ones, are actually the ones that made you who you are today, and that you definitely had come a long way. That you probably are not seeing it because maybe you have like a certain image about what it would be like to be victorious, or what it would be like to be successful or to make it. You will be like, oh, when I have this, or when this specific event happens to me, this is when I'll know that I'm successful. And actually you are not paying attention to your progress. You are not paying attention, you are not celebrating your progress, you are not celebrating yourself. You need to honor yourself now more than ever, especially if things hasn't been easy for you. You need to stop a bit and thank yourself, consider yourself, congratulate yourself, honor yourself. Do it for you. Don't expect other people to come in and pat you on the back and be like, oh, you done great, because actually the one that needs the more recognition from is from yourself, because it's like probably you had been like working non-stop or working on automatic, and it's like probably you are so obsessed with getting to a certain goal that you are not seeing the process, that you are not seeing how different you are from everything that had happened to you in the past, that you are no longer that person, that you had come a long way. And sometimes it's very necessary for us to stop and acknowledge those kinds of events, those kinds of things, because we are human, we are not machines, and also we don't have like an expiration date. We can always grow, we can always be better, we can always be truer to ourselves, we can always be more closer to our goals. And probably tomorrow we can wake up and be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to try something new. So you definitely, I see here with the victory card, that probably for you it hasn't been easy to acknowledge that probably maybe victory is not going to be the same for you, or is not going to be represented in the same way than for others. You know, it's not always the same recipe for everyone. But I have the feeling that you went through a lot in order to be who you are today and to be where you are. I think that whether you made it or not, is the progress, is the process that you went through that is the most valuable. Is what you have to value the most, not actually the result. Don't focus on the result. Just focus on keep going, and focus and thank yourself for all the effort, for all the tears, for all the exhaustion, for all the times you thought you wouldn't make it. And here you are. You are definitely closer. You are definitely on the way to becoming a different version of yourself. So thank yourself for that. Don't wait till you make it to thank yourself or to be grateful. Just be grateful now. Despite of not seeing the results yet of what you want to accomplish, just be grateful now. So this is all I have for the free options, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please, if you do, please, I would appreciate if you give me a like and subscribe if you haven't. So I know that I love your feedback, and so I know that that you can let me know if this format is good enough for you. You know that I'm just starting. I started last week, so because I wanted to give back something to you guys. So I hope that this message had reached to you and had touched your heart and resonated with your soul. So have a great week ahead of you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.